is up, guys? It's Shiva from the Nintendo Carrier Bros, and today I'm going to be doing my 7-month review on the iPhone 7. Let's get to it. So starting off with the screen. Now, this phone has a still 750p screen, and it's pretty good. Apple has perfected the screen to the limit. It's a really good screen. It now supports the wide color gamut, which means better greens, better reds, better blues, which is amazing because that's cinema grade certification. So that's always a plus. And overall, I feel like they could have more, but it's really good. So in my opinion, after 7 months, I really liked it. Also, another thing about the screen is that it's brighter. So now when you're outside watching those YouTube videos, so with this phone, viewing angles are awesome. Also outside, viewing YouTube videos, whatever, is amazing because this is about 25% brighter than the 6S. So on top of the wide color gamut, it's amazing outside, and I can attest to this. It's really good outside, very bright, and yeah, moving on to the next category, which is the camera. Now onto the camera of this phone, which I gotta say is amazing. It's DSLR grade quality, has awesome low light shots, which are amazing, but they tend to be a little bit grainy, but it's an improvement from the 6S. Now, on the video side of this phone, it does support 4K 30 frames per second, which is amazing, but there is a bug, the shutter speed bug, which instead of when you're moving from a dark subject onto a light subject, it's supposed to go smooth, right? But it goes gradually. It's not smooth. So I'll show a little clip of this from Everything Apple Pro, and he pretty much just shows what this bug is.
So the problem is a very simple one, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you right now. So whether you're in video or photo, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus both have a shutter issue. So I've talked about this briefly before, but I wanted to make a little bit of a longer video about it. So going from a darker subject to a brighter subject, do you notice that choppy shutter? It doesn't smooth into the bright lights. It just boom, 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 like and then it stutters into that bright light adjusting to it. The way it's most apparent is with higher motion, but even when you're doing it slow, you still notice that gradient being applied to the video. Not smoothly, just in pieces, and that is awful. That is not how shutter should work when you're recording video, when you're in photo. It's actually even more apparent in photo, but not that it matters in photo. It's in video where you're trying to capture a scene, trying to capture a beautiful shot, and instead your focus is being taken off of what you're recording, instead that issue just in the background.
But awesome camera overall. You do get a 7 megapixel front-facing camera on this phone, and it's amazing for those selfies, but for group selfies, it's okay. I would have wished there was a wider angle on the front-facing camera. And yeah, so moving on to the next category, which is the speed of the phone. Okay guys, moving on to the speed of this phone. Now, I gotta say, this phone is fast. Now, unlock speeds from my Touch ID are amazing. It's boom, like that. It's pretty good, and overall gaming on this with the new wide color gamut screen is amazing. Very smooth, very good, and overall the speeds are uncomparable in the smartphone market currently. So that is a plus. Very fast internals. I'll show the benchmarks here, and yeah, moving on to the next category, which are the audio from these speakers and the headphone jack. Moving on to the biggest elephant in the room, which are the headphone jack. Sorry guys. The headphone jack is missing on this phone, and this was the biggest story on the planet during 2016, and I was like going, but after using this phone, I came to realize how easy it is to forget about the headphone jack, especially when you have Bluetooth headphones, which I do have, the Beats Solo 2 wireless, which are awesome. They connect fast, but they do include an adapter from Lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack. So if you don't have any Bluetooth wireless headphones and you only have 3.5mm headphones, then they got you covered. But they also include in the box these lightning headphones or lightning earpods, which don't sound, you know, remotely better than the earpods. They're just lightning versions. So I mean, you got those if you use earpods a lot. So, but the audio from these speakers, oh my god, these speakers are now stereo speakers. So we actually have a speaker here in the earpiece and a speaker down here. Now it's not two speakers down here. They try to trick you. It's actually one. So if you cover it up, you know, you're at a loss. But thanks to that earpiece speaker, it's a lot better. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick audio test of what these speakers sound like. Okay guys, I am back with the sound test of this phone, and actually this song I just want to really quick shout out. It's from my friend Abhi. He makes awesome music. He also has a SoundCloud. I'll leave a link to that too. You should go check him out. But here, really quick, he gave me this awesome track that to use for my sound test. So as you can see, these speakers do get loud, and that is pretty much my coverage. If you're kind of skeptical about this whole headphone jack thing, you know, this phone's probably not for you. But if you have Bluetooth headphones, if you don't really, you know, care about switching to lightning based stuff, which there are a lot of headphones now, go for it. This phone is good. I don't see why it's stopping you. But on to the next category, which is water resistance on this phone. Now onto the water resistance on this phone. Now this is totally new. Apple has never done this before, and it's water resistance. It has an IP, I believe 67 rating. I'm not too sure. I'll put it up in the screen right now. But this is amazing. It's not what they really marketed for. They played it safe, but this phone is awesome in terms of dunking in the water, taking in the shower. But I gotta warn you that it's not waterproof, so you can't really take this into this, you know, the pool, record video, stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend that, but it can do that. And actually, the same guy that I just showed the shutter speed bug also did a video on dunking the iPhone 7 in a river, in a bucket that has holes, and leaving it there for 20 minutes or so. I don't know, but I'll also leave a link to that down below if you want to check that out. But I'll show a clip, really quick clip here.
So let's sink it deeper to 10 feet. 10 feet should do the trick. And I think, honestly, I don't think they'll survive at 10 feet, but we'll go for 5 minutes at 10 feet, see what happens. Back in they go. So here's the 10-foot marker. It's a long way down. So timing it, let's drop it in there. Goodbye. Okay, and that is 10 feet. So let's keep that here. 5 minutes has passed at 10 feet. So pulling these guys out. I don't know if any of them will survive. I think that's kind of too deep already. So we sunk the Galaxy S7 down to like 35 feet before. It did not survive. I think these guys are about to reach their limit, 10-15 feet, and that'll be it. Alright, first things first is the Galaxy S7. I don't even see any condensation inside. And actually, I just wanted to address something. Everybody's been saying, well, the water pressure is not the same inside. Guys, there are holes everywhere here. How can the water pressure not be the same inside of here? Just think about it. Anyways, so look at that. This guy has survived as well. working perfectly. No condensation in any of the cameras. So 10 feet for 5 minutes, these guys did survive, and they're still working just fine. That is amazing.
But as you can see from the water resistance on this phone is amazing. But I gotta warn you that when I was using it in the shower, I love to listen to music with those awesome speakers, but it does not really recognize your fingers if there's water on the screen, and they're trying to fix that with the iPhone 8, but time can tell. Hey guys, I forgot to mention really quick about the battery on this phone, and as you can see here, I am getting about 5 hours and 6 minutes on this phone on one usage, and yeah, that's a pretty good battery. And so at the end of the day, you came to this video to see whether you should buy this iPhone 7 or the 7 Plus, which I don't have currently. It's yeah, you should buy this phone, but there are some drawbacks like the shutter speed bug, which they hopefully fix, and the overall just the headphone jack. These are the two things that I would say will lack on this phone. Other than that, this is a great phone. I know the 7 Plus has a lot more. It has a dual camera. Zoom is amazing. It's pretty much DSLR high quality stuff. It has a telephoto lens, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, out of 10, I would give this phone an 8, and the 8 is because of those two things that I mentioned that it's lacking. But other than that, everything's amazing. Camera's amazing, screen's amazing, speakers are amazing, and yeah. So other than that, this is a really good phone. You should definitely check it out, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys, this is my iPhone 7 review after 7 months. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to share this, like this video if you want to see more, and also comment down below of what other reviews I should do on any technology product, whether it's gaming, cameras, smartphones, whatever. Put it down below in the comments, and I'll be reading those. So without further ado, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.